Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time here, my name is Unwana Udoh, and every week I share content that can help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. So if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. Now before we jump right in, I always start off with a little disclaimer. I am not a tax professional, I am not a financial advisor, I'm just a regular guy on YouTube sharing some of my life experiences with my subscribers to help you navigate your personal finance and also create wealth. So thank you again. Now, today's topic is on why you should be rich. Now, what do I mean by why you should be rich? Well, there are sayings that money is the root of all evil. I beg to differ. Actually, lack of money is the root of all evil. Now, money just enhances who you are. Okay, so the goal of this video is just to highlight some of the things that facilitates or makes it very important that you're rich. All right, so when I talk about rich, I'm talking about the financial sense of being rich. Now, people tend to mix, being rich and being wealthy as the same thing. But in this context, I'm just saying, being rich, which means you have a lot of money. All right. Now, when you have a lot of money, when you are rich, number one, it provides options for you. So that means you can dictate what kind of lifestyle you live. You can dictate what kind of car you drive. You can dictate what kind of house you live in. You can dictate what schools your kids go to. You can dictate what happens to your money in terms of, do you give your money to charity? Okay. Being rich has advantages because it gives you options. It makes you a valuable person in society. Okay. When you are rich, provided you're grounded, you can use your money to do a lot of good. Now, like I said, riches and money, if you want to intermingle that, the context, okay, brings out the worst and the best in people. But in this situation, I'm just talking about being rich where you can use your money to do good. So when you are rich, you have options, okay? Your money or your wealth or your riches can be used to benefit society. So for instance, okay, if you are wealthy, you can actually help, your favorite charity. You can help, sponsor scholarships for people who are disadvantaged just because you're rich, okay? When you're rich, you don't answer to anyone. I mean, that's called freedom. That means you can choose to do whatever you want. You can choose to live wherever you want, all right? You're not beholden to anyone, okay? But just because you're rich doesn't mean that you have to be an evil person, or like most of society, most of the politicians today always point fingers at the rich people. The rich people are not paying their fair share in taxes, but that's a lie, because without the rich people, most of the taxes that are paid by the rich folks. So when you hear someone tell you, the rich don't pay their fair share of taxes, yeah, there are certain elements who are rich, but they use the law to circumvent some of the taxes. But it doesn't mean that they don't pay taxes. So for instance, somebody who is rich wants to live in a big house. So guess what? A builder has to build a house. A builder has to hire the labor, the contractor, the electricians, the plumbers that are going to put everything together to build this mansion for this rich person. All right? So because that rich person has money and they want a new house or a mansion, they're actually helping the economy. They're helping society. They're providing jobs for people. Another example would be a rich person. If you had money and you wanted to buy a Rolls Royce, so you go to a dealership, if you so choose, to purchase your Rolls Royce, or you can even order the Rolls Royce without even going to a dealership. I mean, if you're that wealthy, all right? Now, guess what? Rolls Royce has to manufacture that vehicle. You have all the suppliers that have to supply Rolls Royce with all the components to build that Rolls Royce, from the electronics, from the tire, from the seats, from the steering, from everything to put together a Rolls Royce. Someone had to produce those items and, send them to Rolls-Royce to assemble a Rolls-Royce for you. So being wealthy has advantages. You are providing jobs for people. You're living the life that you want on your own terms. So I don't see why everyone shouldn't aspire to be rich. Okay, so my challenge to you, and a challenge to myself as well, is you have to be rich. In the society we have today, you cannot afford not to be rich. Okay, when you're rich, it affects generations. Okay, it affects your bloodline, it affects your family, it affects your family tree. There's so much good that you can do with your riches. When you're rich, you impact a lot of lives. You impact a lot of people. Okay, you do good for society. So when people say, the love of money is the root of all evil, that's a lie. Okay, so don't let people fool you. Your main focus for 2021 and beyond is to make sure that you ethically get rich. I'm in the process as well. Okay, I don't claim to be rich. I mean, I'm rich in other areas of my life, but when it comes to the monetary aspect, I'm still working on getting myself to the next level. For most people, when is enough? Okay, so you can decide how much money you want and how much money will make you happy. Okay, but the main goal of this video is just to let you know that, you owe it to yourself to be rich. You owe it to yourself to be rich. Don't ever let anyone, tell you otherwise. Okay, there are resources out there. There are things online today. There are so many resources that you can actually implement to get yourself to the next level, which is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm sharing content here every single week to help people, master their personal finance, because that's what's lacking today. Most of society lacks financial independence, lack financial literacy, and because of that, it doesn't matter what degrees you have. You have people who are medical doctors earning, multiple six figures, but they're very lousy with their finances. Okay, that's just because we're not taught how to handle money, and I'm learning how to handle money. Okay, my full-time job, I work in a bank. Okay, so I see this all the time. And who else would you listen to? Someone who's actually around money all the time, or somebody who has no experience in that field. So there are lots of people on YouTube that are sharing stuff on the personal finance space, which is great. Okay, but you have to be very careful. You have to be very selective on who you listen to. So I hope you found value in this video. And as usual, if you found value in this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and also hit the subscribe button so YouTube will notify you of my latest video. So thank you again for joining me today. And remember, be true to yourself, be true to your goals, and never, ever, ever give up. Okay? I'll catch you in my next video coming up. Take care. Bye-bye.